Hello, my 19th century philosophy friends. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we're having to move our classes online. So the purpose of this video is to get you acquainted with some of the changes that I've made to the class in order to move it online. Luckily, I've taught online before, so I have some experience with this. I wanted to let you know if you're having issues getting access to the internet or to a computer, or in general, if you just get sick, anything like that, just please let me know. I'd like to be as helpful as possible during this time. And, get us through the end of the semester, maybe learning a little bit more about 19th century philosophy. As far as so again, you can just, send me an email, give me a call, not give me a call, but I'll show you in a minute that it's possible to chat with me over Google Hangouts. If you'd rather talk via Zoom, so to have a sort of face-to-face type of interaction, happy to do that as well. So I wanted to show you the course. Here's our course page. Made a couple little changes. So I did update the syllabus. So let's look at the syllabus to see what changes we're making to the class to keep it online. All right, so here's one of the first changes, having virtual office hours. So there's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 12 to 1 by appointment, and via Google Hangouts. So I don't know if you're familiar with how Google Hangouts works. You can access it through your Morgan email. And if you don't know how it works, I'm happy. Send me an email. We'll figure it out. Or I can message you first, and hopefully you'll be able to see how it works. But that's a great way to get in touch with me. If not, just always send me an email. And like I said, we can make an appointment to talk on Zoom or something like that, if that's easier for you. Okay, what else did we change? All right. We're still going to do the discussion board. We're still going to, your participation grade will only be based on the first half of the semester before it was moved online. So that's how that's going to work. The presentation was something we had to sort of rethink. So if you've already done your presentation, great. You don't need to do anything else. For those of you who have yet to give a presentation, I'm adapting this to sort of an online learning environment. So instead of presenting to the class, you can write up your responses either in the form of a Word doc, or if you want to make a PowerPoint, that's fine with me. And if you want to create some sort of like a video or a YouTube, that's fine. I'm open to it, but just check with me first so we can make sure the technology will be something you can communicate with me easily. And it pretty much has the same parts as a regular presentation, only you can write it down instead of presenting it to the class. Summary analysis is some portion of that week's reading for class. Again, you can read through this, but that's the main change we've read. The final paper, I made a couple changes to it. We won't be doing the peer review portion because I think it's going to be too complicated online, and we're going to meet one-on-one about your final paper. Instead, we're going to do paper proposals, and I'll give you feedback on that. Again, if you want to chat about it on Zoom or something like that, happy to do it. Okay, so those are the main things. The other things I've changed, we can look down here on the course schedule. So basically what we were doing for week 8, since that week was mostly canceled, I just bumped that to week 10 right after spring break. So this first week of class after the break. So the reading for this week is Anna Julia Cooper, the Stanford Encyclopedia Philosophy article, and A Voice from the South, Woman versus the Indian. Again, so this is a chapter, Woman versus the Indian is a chapter in the book, A Voice from the South. On Canvas, I posted the whole book, just because it was easier to do it that way. All right, so you'll see here I have different assignments due this week. So we're going to keep the discussion board just as it was. So if you already posted a question for Anna Julia Cooper last time, that's great. If you haven't done it yet, you have more time to do it. And then I'm adding in, since we don't have class, a reading reflection, which is due on Fridays by midnight. And I'll show you a bit more on the course page, what the course page looks like. So this is all the stuff we had before. What I've done to make it more clear, so we finished with Frederick Douglass. Here's where we're picking up. So I've picked it up and I've organized it by week. So you can see here it says week 10, week 11, week 12, 13, etc. So that's how it's organized now. So you can sort of look at the course schedule and coordinate that, see what week it is and do it that way. So here I have the readings for this week, Anna Julia Cooper. I have the PowerPoint that I made with some introductory information about Anna Julia Cooper. This right here is a link, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, to a video lecture, much like this one, of me sort of talking about the PowerPoint. I will also be providing this in the form of a YouTube video that I'll email to you in case you're having trouble with Canvas. So that's that. So here's the PowerPoint without me talking on it. Here's the video PowerPoint. Here's the discussion board link. And here's the reading reflection, which I'm asking you to do for this week. Just click on that real quick. And basically, for the chapter of the book, Woman versus the Indian, I would like you to answer all of these as short questions. So I want you to identify the main argument of the text, and particularly of that chapter. So what's the main point she's trying to say? What's the contribution to the field with this written piece? The author's trying to write into a context or conversation in which there's a gap. She wouldn't be writing about it if everything had already been said. So what is the thing that she's trying to sort of say that's new? What's the gap that she's filling? What's the quote of note? So find 2 quotes from the text that you found compelling, interesting, challenging, and explain why you found them compelling. Do a connection or a critique. So you can connect what she's writing to something we've read previously in this semester, or you can critique her. So if you think, oh, well, that point that she's making isn't quite fair, critique what she's saying. And then critical discussion questions. So ask 1 or 2 questions, and this could be the same thing that you wrote on for your discussion board question. If you want it to overlap, that's fine. But pick 1 or 2 questions that require a close reading of the text that you think would be interesting. So again, if it's the same question that you write for your discussion board, that's okay with me. That's the main changes we're making. I'm going to just take this 1 week at a time. I will be sending you an email, and you'll be getting this, via email. You'll be getting an email with instructions every week on what to do for that week. So just keep an eye out for that. Let me know if you have questions, and I sincerely hope everybody's doing okay, everyone's safe, everyone has enough food and everything that they need. And if there's anything I can do, if you just want to talk about anything, please feel free to let me know. All right, guys.